Parshas Yitro, the sixth Aliyah, the Shem Shmuel brings down a midrash which compares Bnei Yisrael to a zayit, to an olive, and that's because inside of the olive, when you squeeze it, comes out all the shemen, all the oil that's contained inside of it. The oil which is used for cooking, for eating, for lighting up the room, that's the power of the oil that's contained. The chidush here, the novelty that comes out of this, is you don't create this oil. It's there just to be revealed. It's there just to be exposed. But it's lying within the olive. That's Bnei Yisrael. Within us, we have a tremendous amount of a ratzon, a connection, a wanting to do what's right. Even from those that look, like if I could say the worst of the worst, the ones that seem the farthest, inside of them we all know how the dying desire is coming to get out and come out to the fruition. I went one time to a kenis, a get-together for Leiv Le'achim, that they go knocking door to door and trying to learn a little bit with someone from non-religious sects. And over there they said, don't worry, they had hundreds of Avrechim that stood up and said, I have no orative capabilities, I don't speak well, the Gemara sells itself. You knock on the door and they're interested. One person reported, I remember so well, he knocked on the door, a lady with her hair up, she was in kafkafim, she had sandalim over there, and he said, I would like to learn with your husband. And she turned and screamed out to her husband, who was behind the television set with a beer, said, Mati, when's the last time you went and you picked up a book? Come, there's someone who wants to learn with you. He was astonished that he was so scared to be able to knock. He said over and over again, it comes and it sells itself because Jews are always looking to come back. We've seen in this past year and a half in Toshim Beidalit from the war, how many Jews have come back. Our Achim claims that in their hotels they are sold out. People we all know, what I call the Onata Tzitzit, the time of the Tzitzit that happened in the beginning of the war. People were coming back in thrives, in tremendous amount of crowds, just to try to see what their Judaism is all about. There was a woman who, before she ran, on October 7th, before she ran to her mamad room, she looked at the people and she saw 6 terrorists with guns about to come into her door. She went to the mamad room, closed the door, and she said to Shemayim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I promise you, if you get me out of this and my 2 children, I swear, she made a shvuah that I will never be Mechalel Shabbat again. I will not go through a life, I don't want to die today. Just make it that I can survive, and I will keep Shabbat from here on in. And miraculously, the terrorists skipped her house. They decided not to go into her house in Nir Oz, and they went to the house next to her, and she survived until this day. She is keeping Shabbat because of it. The source of this, the Chassidish farm, the Kedushat Levi, and the Baal Shem Tov bring down, came from the first commandment in the 10 commandments. Anochi Hashem Elokecha. This is known as the Nekudat Anochi, the point of Anochi Hashem Elokecha, which we heard straight from a Kodesh Baruch Hu, straight from God Himself. B'chvoidu be'atma. When that happened, it came into our hearts. All of the 248 mitzvot aseh are connected, the 248 limbs that we have in our body, and they say Anochi Hashem Elokecha is connected to the center, the lave, the heart. That's the point, and we gained this incredible drive. When did that happen? By Anochi Hashem Elokecha, when we heard straight from a Kodesh Baruch Hu. Now Anochi Hashem Elokecha went into us, and that remains for us an everlasting part of our bodies in every situation. As the famous Rambam says in Gerushin, when you hit them until he says Rotzani, he really wants it. He says he wants to be part of Yisrael, even though he says no, we know that he really wants to be that, and that's the way it is, and that's the way we see, and we've been witness to many and many Jews coming back in the most terrible and difficult situations, because they are olives that just need to remove from inside of them all that connection to Hashem that they have within them.